I'm Rick Rollins, and this is Goin Places, and I want you to come along. Let's go. Hello and welcome to this edition of Goin Places. I hope that your morning's amazing. Here's what's coming up on today's show. Laura Byrne is back, and she's telling us about the latest edition of Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine and how to stay out of the heat, but still have a really great time. We'll also go cruising with Karima Henry and her family, and the Outdoorsy Diva, Lauren Gay, joins us for the very first time as she takes us on an excursion that you don't want to miss. All of this and more on Goin Places, starting, you guessed it, right now. Well, guess who's back in the house with me? It's Laura Byrne. We're so excited that you're here. And you've got some information for those days that are just too hot outside.
Yeah, which is pretty much every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So tell me where we should go. Since we're going places, where should we go?
Yeah, for families, we're so lucky to call Tampa Bay home because we have a lot of really great indoor activities. And that's great for when it's really hot outside. And of course, when it's raining outside, which also seems to be like an everyday thing, right? But we all know that's just a temporary, then it goes away. But anyway, yeah, a lot of great spots. And in fact, we have a lot of special exhibits this summer. And in fact, our cover for our July issue is features Glazer Children's Museum's Storyland exhibit. And I know you've kind of talked about this on the show already, so I won't go into too much detail, but it's just a really sweet temporary exhibit where kids can walk through and experience some of their favorite childhood books in person right there. It's really cool. Like give a mouse a cookie, that's such a big favorite, and where is Spot. A lot of familiar books, even that parents will recognize even from their childhood. So it's just a really fun extra thing to do. And of course, encourage that summer reading as well. But they've been having some special character experiences even throughout the summer. So you just want to pay attention to their calendar on their website at glazermuseum.org. They've had Spot come and visit some of the kids. They've had some local authors reading to children as well with special story times. So definitely something to put on your to-do list this summer.
Check.
And check, exactly. And Mosey, by the way, now this is something for adults too. So I know a lot of us like dinosaurs, right? Kids at heart. Yeah, right. Exactly. Everyone loves T-Rex.
Yes.
Well, he is on display full size right now this summer at Mosey, and it's their Dinosaurs Around the World exhibit. And their new CEO, super cool guy, he was able to bring in these dinosaurs for the summer for us to experience. And they're animatronic, so they're going to roar, they're going to move. So it's very lifelike and cool for adults to see. But when you're a little kid walking through this, as you can imagine, it's pretty much larger than life and just a really cool thing.
Sounds amazing.
It really is neat. And they've had a lot of special programming designed around this exhibit. So they know they've had in the past some special guest speakers who are experts with dinosaurs and dinosaur bones. And, while you're there, of course, stay and play inside the museum as well. And they have that cool sky ropes course outside as well if it's nice and sunny out.
I've been saying I need to do that. So
I've done it and it is fun. It's a little scary, but you're not going to fall. You're in the harness, but it's definitely something you need to experience at least once.
Well, I look forward to it. So what else you got for us?
We are just getting ready, gearing up for back to school. We have our back to school fair that's coming up at West Shore Plaza on July 30th. We can't wait. We have all the team mascots coming. We're going to have businesses that cater to families just like yours are going to be there. You can meet them face to face. We're going to have tons of giveaways and giving out 500 free backpacks as well. So this is the 50th annual event. Yeah, it's sponsored by Hillsborough County Public Schools, and it's really neat. They bring out their different schools and their magnet programs so you can get to know all the different specialties that, it's not just normal school anymore, right? Your child can go to a school where they can specialize in just animal care, for example, or maybe they're into science and STEM, which is obviously a big thing, or art, or the performing arts. There are so many amazing options for free that we have within our own community. So it's just a really cool way to learn more about that as well.
I think so. So tell me about the new issue. You know what? No, let's do this. We're going to go to break. And when we come back, we'll talk about the new issue of Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine with, of course, the editor-in-chief, Laura Byrne. More Going Places continues right after this. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. My girl Laura Byrne is back in the house after a much needed break. First of all, let's talk about, where'd you all go on your vacation?
We went to Utah, to Park City, Utah, and it's a ski resort, but in the summertime, ski resorts are amazing because there's a ton of things to do. You can hike. It's not hot, or at least not Florida hot, so you're kind of away from the humidity, which is wonderful. Because of the elevation, you're a little higher up, so it's not as hot. But just a really great experience to get out and explore somewhere different. And for us, I think
we're there for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. We met a ton of families from Tampa when we were there. We couldn't believe whether
it was like people I should go.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there were a lot of people who were visiting, or maybe they spend their entire summers there, but a lot of Tampa Bay families. It was incredible. And even a lot of people who work there who once lived in Tampa, who just felt the mountains calling, and now that's where they live. But it was a really cool, and I think it's because it's such a change of scenery for us that, we have so many people who come here and experience all of the amazing things that we have, from our beaches to the museums that we just talked about in the previous segment. So it's kind of nice to get away and just get up to the mountains and out west,
Yeah, wonderful thing.
Highly recommend it.
In the soon coming day, we'll need to see some pictures, some video, whatever you got.
Yeah, absolutely.
They make you the unofficial ambassador for Utah.
Yeah, I know, pretty much. Anytime someone asks, like, where should I go for summer? I'm like, stay in the United States and explore what we have in our own backyard. And Utah, Park City, Utah, you can't beat it.
Park City, Utah. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the checklist as well. So let's talk about the current issue of Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine and things to come.
So the July issue, we were going over some of our favorite museums for kids and a lot more things to do around town. Because obviously we're right in the midst of summer break right now, but we actually just went to print for our August issue, which is all about back to school. It's kind of hard to believe that we're here already, but we're only a few weeks away when you think about it. So we have a lot of great back to school
parents that are counting the
days. I know, we can't wait. We're like, finally. But yeah, so we have some great pieces by some local bloggers that we work with, like Jenny P with Lunchbox Mafia. She put together a great spread about lunchbox ideas, right? We're kind of like in summertime, running out of ideas. We're ready to think fresh again. And so she's sharing a ton of great ideas. And one of our other writers about keeping those back to school uniforms looking good. Listen, you're in the fashion industry. And we want to keep our clothes looking good, and we don't always take care of our clothes in the way that we should. And kids' clothes can get expensive because they're growing so fast, but also because they're pretty hard on them too. And so are we when we wash them sometimes. So just kind of going over some fun tips with that too.
That's good. That's good. So this is an issue that every parent should have.
Absolutely. And, we were so excited to also be able to feature a Hillsborough County school teacher. She is a music teacher, Miss Chick, at Roosevelt Elementary School. She's actually nominated for a Grammy for basically being one of the best music teachers in the country. So
Really?
fingers crossed for her that she makes it in September, gets that top honor. We think she deserves it.
To her.
Yeah,
She's
you
going places.
absolutely should. But the main point of the story was that we need to make sure that we continue to offer these music programs for our kids. And part of that, as a voter in Hillsborough County in August, the millage rate in Hillsborough County, that is on our ballot. And, by voting for that, we're going to be able to not only ensure that teachers get the raises that they deserve, but also kind of preserve those music programs or programs like music that are
and
so
the band nerd. I agree 100%.
Yes. So obviously anything we can do to help our schools and our teachers, I'm all for.
All for it. You right. You agree. But you need to get in touch with me. We need to get in touch with Miss Chick and
Yes.
the Lunchbox Mafia.
Amazing.
We need all of that.
All of that. Back to school special coming up, right?
That's right. That's what we need to do. Hey, look,
it's coming. It's coming before we know it.
Well, Laura, I'm so glad to have you back in town, and of course to have you back on Going Places. And I'm sure we'll see that familiar face in the soon coming again. But thank you for joining us this morning. Have an amazing day.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. Life is moving, visible with color, sound, and community. Enjoy a cup of coffee at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places, and that's exactly what Karima Henry and her family recently did. They boarded a cruise ship, and the time was amazing. But better than me tell you, I'll let her show you. Take it away, Karima.
Hi, I'm Karima Henry, and today on Goin Places, I'm taking you on a tour on the Norwegian Getaway. This massive ship was recently refurbished in 2020. There's so much to do, and I can't wait to show you. There's a casino on board, so you may get a chance to win big. There's different levels that include dining, shopping, and non-stop entertainment. There are different staterooms available on this cruise line, including ocean view, inside, balcony, studio, club balcony suite, or you can splurge on the haven. We decided to go with the balcony because our boys love the view. There are hand washing stations available on the ship, as well as staff ready to make sure your hands are clean. I love that there's so many dining options available on this ship, including specialty dining. However, our kids definitely enjoy the Garden Cafe buffet. They can choose something for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The menu for the buffet changed daily, and there was also food options for those with special dietary needs. My kids really enjoyed picking out their own food, especially desserts. They couldn't believe they could have ice cream for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The best place to eat was definitely by the window. However, there's plenty of seating in the dining room. The Splash Academy is a complimentary youth program where kids can enjoy creative play, sports, and so much more. Parents must register ahead of time before their kids can participate or join the wait list. There's also a cool arcade available on board for everyone to enjoy. You can play games like air hockey, skee ball, basketball, race car games, and so much more. You can either pay per game or you can sign up for the arcade package. There are 5 water slides available on the Norwegian Getaway. My son had a great time going down 3 of them. You can take a break from the water and enjoy fun activities like soccer in the sports complex. There's a small bowling alley that you can enjoy playing a competitive game with your friends or your family. However, there's a small fee per game. There's also a few arcade games available nearby while you wait to bowl. Don't forget to check out one of the specialty dining or main dining rooms. Reservation is not required, however, it's strongly encouraged if you have a specific time you prefer or a large group. I also encourage everyone to download the Norwegian Cruise app. You can book short excursions, make dinner reservations, check out their shows, call your friends on board for a small fee. Thanks for joining me on Goin Places. I hope you return as I show you different ports on our Caribbean cruise.
Karima, I have to tell you, I'm jealous. And I hear that's only part 1. We can't wait until next week to see part 2.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. A place for you to come and share thoughts and spirit through a cup of coffee. Come and enjoy with us here at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Welcome back to this edition of Goin Places. We have added a new contributor to the show, and she's going to be a regular, and we're excited about her. Her name is Lauren Gay, and she's better known to all of her followers as the Outdoorsy Diva. I had an opportunity to talk to her, and she shared one of her recent excursions with us. Take a look. There are people who I live vicariously through. And Lauren is no exception. In fact, she is helping me live my best life, doing some of the greatest things around. Won't you help me welcome the newest addition to Goin Places, the Outdoorsy Diva herself, Lauren Gay. Thank you for joining us, Weeds.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Outdoorsy Diva. How did you decide that you wanted to do this?
Well, it all started, honestly, being a mom, looking for free and cheap things to do. Uh, I was looking for things to do with my son that weren't going to take me too far out of my pocketbook. I started a blog about 7 years ago because I would share it with friends, on Facebook, and people would always say, I didn't know that was here. I didn't know that was in Florida. I've never thought of doing that. And we were doing some things you don't normally see Black people shown as doing. We were camping and kayaking and going to springs and things like that. So there was this awakening just within my friend circle. So I decided I should share that. And over the years, it's just grown and turned into something I could never even imagine. I'm an empty nester mom now. He travels with me occasionally, but now I'm solo travel and international travel and all the fun things.
Okay, that's wonderful. And I'm glad that you're sharing these adventures with us. I'm really, 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 really excited about this, Lauren. I am. So let's talk about this. Like you said, you don't see a whole lot of folks where the melanin is popping, doing a lot. But now I guess one of your goals in your life purpose is to change that and let them know that it's for everybody, not just I can't talk, a particular group of people, but for anyone that wants an adventure.
Absolutely. It's one of my mantras. I'm here to inspire people, specifically women, to change their lives. I think we put a lot of limitations on ourselves. We always tend to put everyone else first, right? Family, work, friends, kids. And so we have to look into what do we like to do. So it really came out of my desire for myself to grow in that respect. And then I was like, well, if my story helps someone else to step out of their comfort zone, then great. So that's my whole mission. I want to get us to step out of our comfort zone. I want to challenge the industry in travel, in the outdoor space, to do better when it comes to representation as well, because it's very important. It's very hard for people to aspire to do things where they don't see people who look like themselves doing it. So that's a big, big deal to me and part of my mission.
That's where the Outdoorsy Diva comes in. Okay. We're glad about it. We're glad about it. So recently you had an adventure and you're going to share that with us today. Let's talk.
Yes. I'm so excited to bring this one to you. So I was able to spend my 40th birthday redo this year, you know. My 40th birthday redo. So last year when I actually turned 40, the Panini put a little bit of a damper on my plans and I had to stay local. This year I was able to get out and about. I've hit the ground running, and really the whole year is my birthday as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, you sound like my kind of girl. As I get ready to turn 60, I am going to celebrate for the entire year. And the year that I have had, I need to celebrate 60.
You absolutely should. And so the great people over at Visit Amelia Island set me up with an awesome trip for 4 days to go over and explore and experience some things that they have to offer. They know all about me. They know my heart. And they were like, so how do you feel about hang gliding? And I was like, yes, please. Fun fact, there are several places you can actually hang glide in Florida, even though we don't have mountains. People traditionally think you have to go to a mountain, you run off of a cliff of some kind and you glide, but there's different ways to get that experience to feel like you're a bird. So it is amazing. And I can't wait for you to see the footage.
Lauren, you are a godsend. I'm serious. I'm sitting here going, hang gliding, maybe for 60. Let's think about it. Okay. So while we're talking, talk us through this because the footage is rolling now. So it's through the Florida Adventure Sports Company in Amelia Island, and so they give you a flight suit, they give you a helmet. There is a weight limit of 250 pounds, and it's extremely weather dependent. We almost didn't get up because the winds changed on us, and the pilot was kind of like, "I want you to be, I don't want you to be afraid." I was like, will I be safe? And he said, yes. I was like, let's go. As long as I'm safe, I'm not a fearful person. So I was like, let's do it. So you go into this trike. It's called a trike kind of glider. So it's like a motorized motorcycle, but it's got a glider attached to it. And so you get in, you follow his instructions, you actually taxi down the runway at the airport on Amelia Island, just like a plane. You can hear them in your headset. You can hear the controllers in the tower. So they had to clear us like a plane to take off. And then in seconds, boom, we're up and away. You're in the air and we are soaring. And I was just like a kid. It was such an exhilarating feeling. He takes you over the land parts of the island. Then we went over near the beach and kind of dipped down low. So we were flying over the people on the beach, flying over the water. Our trip was a shorter trip, about 20 to 25 minutes. He has longer trips, so 40 to 60 minutes, because where this is located, he can actually fly you to Cumberland Island, Georgia, which is the national seashore that has the wild horses on it. So I would love to come back and do the longer trip. I'll bring Lauren back so she can tell us and show us. That's it. Let's just tell them it's done.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, you really are above the clouds. The minimum height is 4 feet. If it's a kid, they can ride as long as they're 4 feet tall. And this is what I really love. It's accessible because it's wheelchair accessible.
Wow. Wow, that is so amazing. I just thought about, I say amazing a lot because I am amazed by the folk that I have on this show and the things that you're doing. It's time that I really go places. I am so excited about this. Lauren, you are a welcomed addition. I can't wait to see what you do next and where you take us next. So for the folks that want to check out Lauren's social media, where do they go, Lauren?
You can go to at Outdoorsy Diva on Instagram. I am Outdoorsy Diva on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. It's uniform across the board. So if you look for Outdoorsy Diva, go to outdoorsydiva.com. You can always get travel tips and itineraries there.
And here comes the QR code. And Lauren, I am so happy that you're a part. I think I've said that 3 times because I really am excited that you're going to take us places. And welcome to Goin Places, my friend.
I am excited to be going places with you.
Lauren, welcome to the Goin Places family once again. We're almost out of time, but before we go, we want to remind you that you can watch Goin Places on Saturday mornings right here on Tampa Bay's MOR at 5 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday mornings and encore episodes. And of course, you can catch us on YouTube. For everyone here at Goin Places, we don't know where we're going next, but what we do know is that we want you to come along. Until then, take care. Hi, I just wanted to invite you to a very special event. Here's the information, and I hope to see you there. It's the Curb Gear Cabana Fashion Event, July 30th, 7 to 10 p.m., St. Petersburg, Florida. For more information, scan the QR code, and we'll see you there.